Hello, I'm Nathan Novak, and today I'm going to be talking to you about chess. Now, chess is a game and a sport. It's about where you outwit and outplay your opponent, and skill comes from yourself. There's no outside tactic, there's no pay to win strategy. It's all about outwitting the other person and actually winning. There's no third party aid, no luck involved. Only your own self versus the other, just like with boxing. Now, if chess being this sport and game that only relies on your own skill, it's interesting to find that once you get in the competitive scene, it's a 17-to-1 ratio of male to female chess players. And there's a worry in parents that a boys' club mentality is a really bad atmosphere for their children. Because it's been a male-dominated sport for a long time. And according to Howard R.W., who studies biosocial sociology, organized chess has objective performance measures, extensive longitudinal population level data, and little gatekeeper interference. Previous studies of gender differences in chess performance have not controlled adequately for females on average playing fewer rated games and dropping out of higher rates. So what this means is the way Howard R.W. sees it is that females are dropping out at higher rates. The higher rated they go. And he sees that there isn't much gatekeeper influence at all to play in that, because if you're already at that point, there wouldn't be gatekeeper affecting it. And after an analysis performed by him, the superiority of men over women in chess has been cited as evidence that there are fundamental differences in male and female intelligence, and later explained that top female players showed signs of having less natural talent for chess than top males, which is taking more rated games to gain a Grandmaster title. Now, the Grandmaster title is the best honor to get, right next to World Champion. It takes years to achieve the title of Grandmaster. It takes most people like 10 to 20 years. And according to the research and through the studies of how other females have gotten the title, it takes them much more games to achieve it than men. However, after further analysis by Merlin Biliak of Northumbria University, the more women that participate in chess at a level good enough, the smaller the difference rating in between the top men and women becomes. This result suggests that the differences in chess skill between women and men may well be a result of differential participation rates. Because if there's less people playing, it's harder to more gauge the actual balance. Because again, there's a 17-to-1 ratio. So just lumping in that there is an intelligence difference biologically might be a bit false or too soon to apply on. And that perhaps it's just the differential participation. And according to the FIDE, rated men and women, from 1990 to 2003, there was a slow but steady increase in the proportion of women included in the rankings, and a slow but steady decline in the average rating difference between men and women. A point brought across by Neil Charnas is that the FIDE ranking list do not show whether the average male player is stronger than the average female player, or not because the majority of players are represented. Now, that's important to mention too, because not all the players are represented in FIDE scores because FIDE only tracks players in a certain category or who have already played a game in a thing. Because I can't track every chess game that goes on in history, as much as we try to. So over the years, the score gaps have been tightening, and the differential participation rates have been getting a bit more evened out. And as we see more and more of this go on, or it's seeing there isn't just an intelligence difference here. There is a genuine gatekeeping boys club mentality. Now, this mentality is still present in some areas, but in most there aren't. And there are still the lingering afterthoughts of parents with their children learning to play chess because they're worried that their daughter is going to go into this place and be made a mockery of or made fun of or be excluded because she's playing chess with the boys and she's not doing something good for herself. Now, imagine this, parents and people in general not being worried about the atmosphere of an environment to be able to enjoy and pursue a game without any identity mattering or credentials mattering, anything mattering, where you can just play a game and have fun. And I ask you to leave here just being more mindful. And here is a link to chess.com where you can play some chess today.